What I want to do is I want to take that same prompt and I want to put it in another model, right? I think we should piece together this prompt, and we're ready to do the more advanced phases of the framework that I had mentioned, right? Oh, excuse me. The whole purpose of the framework that I'm proposing is that you're trying to get a consensus across different AI engines. We didn't do that for the simple model because the simple model should be just like a quick memo type of thing. But I think we should do it for this model. Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready for that. Meanwhile, I'm going to start looking at the prompts and kind of fixing those. But I think we should do that. So we're going to need this prompt or portions of this prompt. So I'm going to piece together the prompt that we already used. But I think we need another model here. So that's one prompt we used. Here's another prompt that we. That's another prompt we used. Okay. So I have the prompts ready to go. What do you guys think? I think we should try a different engine. So for those of you that have watched my content before, you guys know that I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I agree with him on very few things. But I have to admit, I've been spending time with Grok recently. And Grok is not that bad. I like the speed of Grok. Grok is a very fast engine. You can't deny that. You have to give credit where credit is due. So let's try it in Grok. My gut tells me that ChatGPT maybe got a little lost in the context from the basic model. Let's try Grok. So I eliminated the request for the basic model, but I pieced together the other items. And let's see what Grok says. Um, okay. So it's coming up with some of the formulas, and then it's gonna ask about the details. So it's already given some of the preliminary estimates. And the preliminary estimate it's coming up with is at total cost. Okay, so this one is including labor costs. And that's coming up with a little bit over $1 million. But I haven't given any of the details yet, right? So it's nice that we can have that as a baseline model, right? That's what Grok thought about, only knowing the zip code and that it's a complete rebuild and the size of the home, right? But now let's give it some more details. Now let's see what happens. I haven't really tested the outputs of Grok. It'd be nice to see if Grok can come up with a memo. Okay, so you can see here that Grok is coming up with $400 as a per square foot cost, but it's also citing that from 2024, not 2025 like ChatGPT did. So that's interesting, right? That ChatGPT might actually be more current than Grok. I would have thought it'd be the other way around, but credit to OpenAI. All right. So now it's taken in all the other items. The fencing, the windows, the two-car garage, the electrical system. It feels a little bit more thorough than what ChatGPT came up with because it's taken into account the framing, the crawl space, the stairwell. Okay. So in this scenario, it's coming up with 1.2 million. So that's well within the range of our simple model, right? It's under the simple model, but I think that's also relating to the 2024 citations, right? Because it's clearly telling us that it's using 2024. Um, it's asking for the patio dimensions, the kitchen features, and the exterior paint. So we could certainly add those, right? But I'd rather keep on focusing on getting to an output and seeing what other engines think about it. So I think that we're ready to ask Grok for an output for a PDF that we can then take to a third engine to ask and see what they think. So let's ask Grok for an output. All right, let's see what Grok comes up with. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. What is the next engine we should use? I have both Gemini and Claude lined up, but I'm happy to use a different engine if you guys think another one would work better. But I want to take this PDF and I want to see what another engine thinks about it. Okay, so interesting. It can't generate it on its own. That's interesting. It's asking me to copy it on my own. So let me start preparing for that. All right, so it looks like it wants me to copy all of this, put it into a memo, create my own PDF. That's a little weak, right? You think it'd have the ability to generate its own PDF? So let's do that. We're going to take that. We're going to bring it into Pages because I'm on a Mac. Okay. So there it is. I think I have to cut off the top here. Here, yep, gotta cut this off. Okay. We don't have to get too crazy with this. Just something that is readable. Yeah, assumptions and notes. Okay. So we have a proposed document, a proposed deliverable, right? This is something that we could take and deliver. So let's work on this. Let's get this out. We're going to do this as a PDF. And we're going to call it the Eaton Canyon memo. We're going to save that. So what do you guys think? Who wants to use Gemini next? Is Gemini good for this? What do you guys think? Yassine says, I think we can even paste the results of this one to another agent and ask it to verify its resources, math, and even give notes. Is there anything we missed, etc.? For a true comparison, you should feed the same thing you just gave Grok back to Fresh Chestnut ChatGPT. No. Why? We didn't feed this and we didn't give Grok any ChatGPT specific information. We used the same prompt, but the prompt was our making, not ChatGPT's making, right? Um I agree with Justin. While you look at all the models, we can look deeper into the AI used. But you know what, Rajana, there's no proof that they used AI. They might have used like machine learning to create their estimates. But the software itself isn't necessarily AI, right? It could just be software that uses cached information, like cached lookup tables, right?